Hey y'all, I have another one for you today, and that is going to be why clarity from God often comes with grief. Why you sometimes experience grief when God gives you clarity on something. So let us start with John 8:32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. I think that when God reveals things to you, it does bring freedom. But sometimes freeing ourselves from something doesn't always feel good, especially when we've created like a dependency that we didn't even realize that we had. And when we've spent so much time focused on worldly things, and this is, me focused just as much on myself as I'm talking to you guys, because for some of you, maybe this is something that you're not struggling with, but maybe you know somebody who is, and you kind of want to understand that mindset that they're in. Or maybe it's something that you related to in your past. Or like me, maybe it's something that you're realizing now. The closer I've gotten to God, the more freely I've given up worldly things, that I realize these material things hold no value whatsoever. And my attachment to them, my desire to keep them or hold on to them or cling to these things, it's not necessary. There's still some things I may struggle with more than others, but I think that's the thing, is that the truth will make you free. God's truth, God convicting you, God bringing you clarity, it will give you freedom. But initially, it is hard sometimes to let go of things that we have built an attachment to, a dependency on in ways we didn't even realize. And sometimes it's not always just like a material thing. Sometimes it's also people, circles, friend groups that we've been a part of. When God gives you clarity, when He shows you truth, you have to let go of things that don't align with God's will, that do not help you along your walk or encourage you in your walk. Anything that presents itself as a stumbling block. And when you feel that grief, it doesn't mean that you misunderstood God. It just means that you understood Him clearly, that He's asking you to release this because it's what's best for you, even if it doesn't feel that way. And I want to give you like an example. Let's say that in this analogy here that you have a home that you grew up in. And maybe it's a little small and it's crammed, maybe a little bit run down, but you have so many memories in that house, but you've outgrown it so much. So far outgrown it. And you're ready for the house of your dreams. Maybe you're packed up your car, you've got all your belongings, you're creeping out of the driveway, and you're about to drive to your dream house. Finally, moving day has come, you're on your way to this new thing, it's perfect, it's better. But you can't help but steal a glance in the rearview mirror at what you're leaving behind, because even though you've outgrown it, maybe you complained about that house while you were in it, it still sheltered you for a season of your life. You have memories there, attachments. And maybe that's the same thing with whatever God's convicting you about or bringing you clarity about, whether it's a person, a place, something material in this world, an addiction, some type of sin, whatever it is. Maybe for some of you, if it was alcohol or substances, maybe it was something that you used as a crutch for something that you were dealing with, some kind of trauma, or maybe in some way it brought you comfort in the past, and that's where it's so hard to let it go because, there's this attachment to it. Maybe it's a person that, and I'll use a personal example. I mean, there's been friends in my life that saw me through some of the most difficult times in my life, and while they were there for me, they weren't good for me. And it's not that they're bad people or that I don't love them or still pray for them or, but I know that their lifestyle and the kind of lifestyle that they wanted to encourage me into didn't align with God. And so when God opened my eyes and revealed it to me that it was time to part ways and let these people go, He gave me sign after sign after sign. And I felt that conviction in my heart, and I just didn't want to do it. And for so long, and eventually God said, you know what, I've got to take matters in my own hands and close this door for you because you can't. So even though he's brought this truth and it's freedom, at the same time, it hurts. Let's go to Psalm 34, and we're going to read verse 18. The Lord is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit. So God isn't forgetting about you. He's not forgetting about your grief or your pain. This clarity, it doesn't always feel peaceful. It doesn't always feel good. Sometimes it feels scary. And this kind of goes hand in hand with the video that I just filmed. I'll try to remember to link it in the description box. If not, it's the video that I filmed right before this, which says conviction feels uncomfortable because it's meant to change you. And I think these really kind of go hand in hand. And actually, the next video that I'm going to be doing is going to be when you already know the answer, but obedience is the hard part of it. Like, God has already told you what you need to do, but this is why it's hard to do it. And I feel like all these three really just kind of, I probably could have compiled it into like one long video, but I kind of prefer shorter videos. I've got kids. Sometimes it's hard to film lengthy videos at once. But if God's revealed something to you, if he has given you clarity and like you know what you need to do, but your heart hurts because you're giving up something that even though it wasn't good for you, and even if maybe there's a part of you that's glad that chapter is behind you, there's still memories, attachment, things parts of it that you miss, and sometimes it's the potential of what could have been, or maybe how things used to be. And I'll give another example. Sometimes, when it comes to like relationships or friends, they might have been so different in the beginning of the relationship. And so maybe the first 3 months, maybe you're dating someone and the first 3 months were amazing. Every day they were like, good morning, beautiful, constantly checking on you, constantly attentive, constantly reassuring you. And then the last 3 years of your relationship, you're like, where did that person go? Maybe you hung on to that person because you missed who they presented themselves as in the beginning of the relationship. But maybe that isn't even who they really were. They were just putting on, for the honeymoon phase, they're putting on this persona of who they wanted you to think that they were, right? Sometimes it's a situation like that where part of the reason that, we grieve something is we grieve what it could have been, what it used to be, what we needed it to be. But when you grow closer to God and you put your faith in him, you will quickly learn that even though it hurts, you don't have the same attachment, because God proves himself time and time again that he always keeps his promises, and he will look after you, and he will comfort you if you let him in. If you talk to him, if you pray to him, he'll be there. You'll feel his presence. And God is all you need. He's always been there, just waiting at the door, waiting for you to open it. And so that's the thing. That's what I wanted to talk about with this, is that, when you, let's go back over there. Let's go back to John. 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. God will give you that clarity, and it will free you. But sometimes letting go of something hurts. Sometimes letting go of people hurts. Sometimes letting go of the past hurts. But sometimes you have to, because there's something so much better in store for you. You can't even see it yet. Trust in him. Put your faith in him. And I hope this video helps someone out there. I appreciate y'all for watching. I have loved reading y'all's comments, communicating, talking with y'all. Consider liking, subscribing, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.